us this evening. I'm sure you've had a restful weekend. I know some of you are on lockdown, and I think a lockdown is also a time for reflection, though it's not easy to reflect when you're forced to reflect. But I think it provides an opportunity for us to reflect and look at where our life is going and our business is going. Betty and I are extremely grateful for this business. The last 12 months, our business has grown. In fact, this COVID-19 has been, what do they say? It's been a blessing in disguise. So without further ado, I would like to share with you why we are having this meeting today. If you give me a moment, I would like to share the screen with you and also put just one moment, please, the slideshow. Okay. So as Paula said, my name is Pascal Oloo. I'm trained as a civil engineer, Kenyan by birth, but we live in South Africa at the moment with my family. Betty and I started this business just about 24, 25 years ago. And the reason we started the business is very simple. We started the business because we wanted to have a better life for ourselves. When we left Kenya because I worked for the United Nations, went to Lesotho for 3 years, then came to South Africa in 1995. And I came to South Africa because I wanted to further my studies. I believe what my parents had told me, that the key to success is education. So after finishing my undergraduate course in Nairobi University, I came to the University of Witwatersrand in Johannesburg, did a postgraduate course in construction management, because that is the only path I knew to becoming successful. But when I finished, I remember very clearly, when I finished my postgraduate course, I went and had a chat with my employer. I gave them my certificate, a postgraduate certificate, but there was not a single increase in my income. And that really startled me. I asked myself that if this was an investment, it was a very poor investment, because I spent two additional years to do the course and about $4,000 to do the course. If you're looking at an investment and there's no return, that's a very poor investment. And that's what really frustrated me. Secondly, when we came to South Africa, at that time, South Africa was just independent for about a year. And most of the schools in Pretoria were Afrikaans speaking and English speaking schools. So Betty looked for a job. Any Afrikaans speaking schools, she couldn't teach there because she didn't know Afrikaans. I remember she made a statement after looking for a job for a whole year, that I've looked for a job for 1 year, let the job come and find me at home. And after she made that statement is when a friend of hers called and told her, Betty, I think I've got something that may help you. I know you have a sick child. Our second born has got sickle cell disease. So Betty went for the meeting, and the speaker, in fact, what really attracted Betty to the business is the speaker on that evening was a person who had a child with a debilitating illness called cerebral palsy, who needed 24-hour care. That is what really tipped the balance for us. Because Betty reasoned that I'm also have a sick child. If this thing works, it is worth pursuing. So she came home, she explained to me. 2 days later, we started. And as I said, the rest is history. I remember our first income from the business was about $3. But after 7 months doing the business part-time, our income reached $1,000. That's when I really decided to put effort in the business. So if you're a guest, I would request you to do 2 things. 1, open your eyes. Number 2, open your ears and listen carefully to what listen carefully to the business and listen carefully to your dreams. If you can link up the 2, your life will never be the same again. But what is this business that you're talking about? It's a business called network marketing. But before I explain what it is, there are 4 ways that people earn their income or generate money for their family, for their needs. The first is called a job. A job is okay because at the end of 30 days, if you're lucky, you're paid a salary. But it's limited because the amount of money you earn is limited to the amount your employer is willing to pay you. Secondly, it is not secure. Thirdly, there's a lot of internal politics in job situation. The second way people generate income is called self-employment. That is, you start a business, you provide a service or a product to the public, and in return, you're paid for it. But this is a challenge because if the business depends on you completely, what happens when you fall sick? What happens if you want to take leave? What happens when you can't go to open your business? You need to attend to family matters. It means your business depends on you. In fact, there's a very simple test you can put to check whether you own the business or the business owns you. Go away from it for a month or 6 weeks. If the business collapses, you don't own the business owns you. The third way that people generate money is to start a big business. This requires very huge capital. For example, ShopRite Checkers or Safaricom or these very large companies. It takes a lot of capital. It takes to employ a lot of people. And the more employees you have, the more labor problems you have. So this is not available to the ordinary person in the street. The fourth way to generate income is called investment. That is, you need to have extra money over and above the money you need to fulfill your needs, your bills, your clothes, housing, food, and all that. You need extra money over and above your daily needs. But two other things are important for investment. Number one, you need to have knowledge about what you're investing in. Number two, you need to have the skill of investing. So these four ways are the ways that people, there's another way, of course. For example, if you're a writer or if you're an actor, or if you're a musician, you can do this to generate income, but this requires a lot of talent, a lot of effort, and many years of training. So for the ordinary person in the street, is there an ideal business that you can use to build wealth? I think there is. And the following criteria is a way to assess whether this is an ideal business or not. Number one, you need very low capital to start the business, okay? For example, our business, you need anything between $40 and $80 to start the business. Number two, you need to get involved in distribution of goods and services. If you look at the largest companies in the world, all of them are involved in distribution or a product or a service. Amazon is involved in distribution of different products and services. Tesla is involved in distribution of cars. Google, all those companies are always involved in distribution of products and services to the global market. The third criteria for an ideal business, you need to have a global reach. That means you need to be able to get access to a very large pool of population. For example, our company operates in 50 countries around the world. In Africa, we operate in 12 countries who have a combined population of 450 million people. That is how large our business market is. The fourth element about an ideal business is you need leverage. What is leverage? Leverage is a way of multiplying your time, your effort, to be able to have a bigger reach for your product or your service. I'll give you an example. I live here in Pretoria, and assuming let me say I work 5 hours a week in the business. If I'm only depending on my effort, it means your income is only linked to my 5 hours. But supposing I get 10 colleagues of mine or friends who join the business, and each of them work 5 hours, that's 50 hours, plus my own 5 hours, that is 55 hours. Supposing these 10 friends of mine also have 10 colleagues who get involved in the business. So you'll have 100 new people, plus the 50 who are there, and plus myself is 155. Sorry, it's 10 plus 50 plus 100. You'll have about 155 hours of work for all these people. What does that tell you? That we are able to multiply the number of hours that we work, and that increases our income earning ability. That is what we mean by leverage. The other thing you need to have in your ideal business is a consumable product. Why consumable? Because a consumable product has repeat sale. It means that it's a product that if it is used once, it is used again and again. For example, soap or skincare products or supplements or vitamins. These are products that people consume and buy again. So if you have a consumable product, unique and high quality product, you're starting from a very strong foundation. The other thing you need to have that makes an ideal business is a business system. Why is this important? This is important because if you own a business, you should be able to get away from the business without their business collapsing. And what makes this possible? A system. A system simply means tools, procedures, equipment that you use to build your business. And the last criteria for an ideal business is you need to have the right timing. Timing simply means that when you start your business, it is the right timing to gain traction and capture a sizable part of the market. That is what we do in our business. It's called network marketing. And to explain simply what it is network marketing is a system of distribution where you take a product from a manufacturer to a consumer and cutting out all the middlemen except a distributor. For example, in traditional business, if you take a product to the consumer, you have to have several middlemen: advertising, wholesalers, retailers, transport. All those costs are put on top of the initial manufacturing cost, and who pays for it? It's a consumer. So what our business does is we cut out the middleman. We don't have advertising, which in some products costs between 30 and 50% of the budget. We have no wholesalers, no retailers. Products are explained to customers individually. We get paid by referring to customers successfully who buy the products. The products are researched and developed for you. That means you're not although you're in your own business, but you're not in the business by yourself. So you have infrastructure that helps you to grow your business. Neolife has built infrastructure around 50 countries that help you to grow a business in any of these countries. There are no qualifications required except 1, the desire for success. Number 2, teachability. Number 3, hard work. If you have these 3 things going for you, your business will be very, very successful. And this is the man who started the business. He started the company in 1958 at the age of 19. Why did he start the business? Because at the age of 19, during his teenage years, Jerry Brasfield had very serious asthma. And when his mother gave him natural remedies, his life changed. And he thought he might as well share this idea with the rest of the world. Well, he didn't think from a small town in California called Porterville that this will become a global business. And why has Neolife lasted all this long? Because we believe in 5 things. 1, absolute honesty and integrity. We believe it is important to tell the truth to our customers, our distributors, and the people who deal with us. Number 2, people are number 1. The most important resource we have in our business is people. Number 3 is products that work. Neolife spends considerable amount of time, money, and effort to research and develop the best products of their kind. Number 4 is equal opportunity for everybody. In this business, we don't care whether you're a man or a woman, whether you're old or young, at least you need to be 18, whether you're a CEO or a housewife, whether you're a plumber or a doctor, whether you're an engineer or a mechanic. We don't care where you come from. It's equal opportunity for everybody. And the last thing is you need to have a long-range vision for your business. For those of you who are guests, if you start this business, give it a 2 to 5 year horizon. That means commit yourself to do the business for 2 to 5 years, learn everything you can. Within this period, you'll acquire financial independence. That means that if your current source of income stops, the business will be able to support you and your family. Okay, so why do people start this business? People start this business for very many different reasons. One of them is to have a better life for your family, for your children. Another one, if they want to buy dream houses. Some people start the business because they want to buy beautiful cars. Some people start the business because they want to buy holiday homes. Some people start the business because they want to make money. I think making money is a very important aspect of our life. Why? Because just like oxygen, money is very important in our lives. I know it's not the most important element, but it makes a big difference in our lives. 3 things that are important to money: how to make it, how to keep it, and how to make it grow. Okay? And then some people join the business because they want to be physically fit or healthier. So people join the business for very many different reasons. So if you're a guest, I don't know what your reason to join the business would be, okay? But you're going to join a company with more than 60 years experience, operating in more than 50 countries. It's got a scientific board who develop our products. And we have 4 ranges of products. And which are these products? The first one is called the Golden Home Care range. These are products for cleaning your home. We have products for cleaning the bathroom, the kitchen, the toilet, the tiles, the carpets, anything that you need to use to clean your home, we have in our business. All right. The second range of products is personal care range. That is things like hair conditioners, hand and body lotions, things that you need to make yourself look neat and smart. The third range is the skincare range, which is called the nutrients, organics. These products are very important because our skin is the largest organ in our body. In fact, when somebody looks at your skin, they are able to tell the status of your health. And the last range of our product is a nutrition or the healthcare range. This is the highest selling range of our products because we believe that our health is our wealth. All right. Now, how does this business work? This business works when you do 3 simple daily success habits. Why daily? Because for a business to function, it needs to operate on a daily basis. The first thing we do in our business is use the products. For 2 good reasons. 1, we are supporting our own business. And number 2, we want to recommend products to people that we ourselves use and believe in. All right? Let's assume that you use the products ourselves. Now, because Neolife is registered in over 50 countries around the globe, the company has devised a point value system. It's called PV, in order to standardize the measurement of business in all these countries. Each country has its own currency. If we use currency to measure business, it would be a serious headache for us because the exchange rate between one country and another keeps on changing day by day. So let's say you use 100 points in your home. The second thing we do in our business is we share the business opportunity. What does that mean? That we introduce people to become distributors like ourselves. And what do? They also use products. In this example, let's say you introduce 6 people who each use 100 PV or 100 points worth of products. You'll have done 700 PV, and that makes you a manager. Your income is about $45 a month. The other thing you need to do is to teach all these people you brought into the business to do what you do. That is to introduce new people to use the products like you do. The person on the top right corner will eventually introduce 2 people who introduce 2 people. And that unit, if they're doing 700 PV, the income the size of business you'll have generated is 700 plus 600, that is 1300 PV. Your income is about $90 a month. You're a senior manager. But that is just the beginning. The idea is to teach everybody you brought into the business to also use 700 PV. If you have 6 people doing 700, that's 4,002 plus your own gives you 4,300 PV. You become a director, and your income is between $580 and $700. The other thing we do in our business is we share products. That means we retail products to people who are not interested to become distributors. What do these people do? They buy products from us, and we make a profit of about 20%. All right? The third thing we do in our business on a daily basis is personal development. What does that mean? It means that we take time to learn from the training and the support. We train to learn about the products, about the business, about how to become a leader, how to build a team, how to become a better person, have a right attitude, so that you can build your business and become successful. But you see, some people are interested in a higher level of income. If you want more money in this business, the key thing is help somebody else become a director. If you do that, you become a software director and your income is about $1,000 plus. If you help 3 people become directors, your income goes to about $2,000 per month. If you help 6 different people to become directors, your income goes to $5,000 plus, and you become a president's team member. This is what, in fact, this business uses very simple principles. If you help enough other people to get what they want, you don't have to worry about yourself. You'll get whatever you want. So I want to hand over back to Paul to invite our guests to share their story with us. Paul, if you can hear me.
Yes, Pascal, I can hear you. Thank you so much for such an amazing presentation. It was very clear, and I believe our guests on call today, they have been able to benefit in one way or the other on the presentation, and they quite aware now why we call them on this call. So once we finish the call, you need to just talk to the person who invited you so that you can be able to join us. But right about now, I want to invite our guest speaker for tonight. This is a lady and who is joined by the husband. And I saw them come to this opportunity just a few months ago, but they have been able to build a business to the size of a director, which Pascal has just shown us now. And I think it's very important for us to be able to listen to their story, how they have been able to build, so that the guests who are on the call today, they can be able to get an understanding of how we build and some of the benefits that we get. So I just want to call our director from Kenya, Elizabeth Bett, to be able to share with us. Elizabeth, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. You need to turn on your video so that we can. Yes, now we can see you. You and Mr. Charles there, please take it away.
Okay, thank you so much, Paul, for that invitation and that introduction. And thank you, Pascal, for always being here to teach us, to train us, and to tell us how we need to do our business to succeed. So I'll start by way of introduction. As you've heard, my name is Elizabeth Katam. I'm married to Charles Bett, just seated next to me. And between us, we have 3 children. We have twins, a boy and a girl. They are 13 years, that is, they are now teenagers, and a 3-year-old son. So next now, I'm going to give you a short story of how I started the business and how it has been and how my future is all about. So the business, as you've heard, we are only a few months old in the business. We are on our 4th month. And we started this business when we were introduced by our very own friends and neighbors, Pieros and Josephat. And they had seen us use the products because we stay close by. And they were really interested to know how we are doing it, or are we interested in doing the business, or we are just here to use the products. So when they invited us, we told them, yes, we've been using the products, they are great, but they told us, are you making any money? We told them, we are just using the products and they're really wonderful. Then they told us, I can show you a way of making money out of it. And that is how we learned about the opportunity, and we were really excited because we had seen them, how they are living, how their children are, and we really admired. So when they called us and told us, we are here, we'll hold your hands and we'll make you succeed in it, and we were all in. So it's been 4 months now, and we can say that so far, it's the best decision that we ever made. So myself, I'm employed as an auditor. I work an 8 to 5 job. My husband is also an employee. He also has an 8 to 5 job. He's an electrical engineer by profession. And we found out that working 2 jobs, we are 2 people trying to make a living for our children. And we've always found ourselves going in circles. You have the money end of the month. By mid, you really don't have much. So you have to keep like planning with that amount of money that you get every month. And you find that you are not really able to achieve much. Your dreams or the plans that you have are only limited to the amount that you earn. So when we got into this opportunity, when we were introduced, then we said, why not? I mean, having extra money and eventually getting financial freedom, where you really don't have to always keep chasing that limited amount of money that you get every month, really motivated that. And when you felt it's something that we can do. So we've been doing it part-time. We started in December, and by March, 3 months later, we were able to rise to the level of director, and we were able to earn $660. And it was really, really exciting. And it has really pushed us. And we've even had, our team has really grown. We even have international members all the way from Finland. And the business is looking good. Our future is so bright. And life has not been the same because there's so much that I've really achieved. We've really achieved in those 4 months. So in December, sometime in December, our mentors, Piros and Josephat, invited us to one of the meetings that was being held. It was an international virtual meeting, and there were so many things that were being talked about. And I can just summarize by way of the 3 things that have really helped us to get to where we are this fast. I mean, 3 months is short a time to get to that level. But once you have what it takes and you've put yourself fully into the business, there's really nothing that you cannot achieve. I mean, if you set yourself, you work on it, it will eventually come. So there are 3 things that really have pushed us and have really made us get to where we are. So the first one is about being hungry for success. You have to have that hunger. I mean, you wake up and you are really hungry to get to where you want to get. Because sometimes when we are growing up, we have dreams, we have goals, we have things we want to achieve. Along the way, we lose it. I don't know whether we lose faith or we start looking at life as impossible and all that. But when you set yourself, you're hungry for that success, to get to where you want to go, to live your dreams. So you have to have that hunger. It will push you. Then the next thing, you have to be coachable and teachable. Being coachable and teachable is somebody who's willing to be mentored, somebody who's willing to learn from your mentors, from the trainings that are given, from the stories that are given, and even from your own experience. You can learn from the experience that you have. Even if you are 1 day old, you are 1 month old in the business, you can learn something. And then you should also be willing to be taught, to be mentored, to be shown the way. You have that willingness. You don't have to be pushed. You don't have to be reminded all the time, there's a meeting, please join. You have to be willing to get to know what it really takes for you to get to where you want to get, of which now it's achieving what you've really wanted to achieve in life. So those 3 things are key, are fundamental, and it's what has really propelled us to where we are. And of course, as you're going, as we've been using the 3 key pillars that have been helpful to us, have enabled us to practice the 3 daily success habits that have been talked about by Pascal. The issue of using the product, sharing the product and the opportunity, training and personal development. I mean, if you're willing, if you're hungry for success, what do you need to do? The 3 daily success habits. You're being coached about the 3 daily success habits. Then you have to be willing to now do the work. I mean, all that, coupled with all that, it really gives you that energy, motivation to really go for your dreams. Because until you take action, if you only dream or have dreams, they'll just be dreams. If you don't take action about those dreams, you will not go far. So the other thing that for us has really also given us that momentum, that acceleration, that enthusiasm that tomorrow is a better day than today, is the issue of personal development, which has also been talked about. And personal development really gives you changes your mindset, sort of, because you stop thinking from the way of life that you are used to thinking of looking at possibilities. The things that you've been thinking are impossible, you are able to see them as possible. Because when you read some of the books, once you join, a book like GoPro by Eric Worre, you get to learn how the business is done the right way, professionally. So you get the tips, coupled now with the training that you get, like the training that we've just been given by Pascal. You are sharpened, you have the skills, how to talk to people, what to tell people. When they ask you about what is this business that you're doing, you know what it is. You're able to explain it with a lot of confidence, knowing that you understand what you are telling them about. Then the other thing on personal development is you are able to read other books other than now what I've talked about, the GoPro by Eric Worre. You read other books that open your mind to a world of endless opportunities and possibilities. I'll just mention a few that I've been able to read and have really propelled or changed my mindset, and have really made me be able to have the confidence to approach people, to talk to them with confidence, telling them and that this is an opportunity that can really change their lives. A book like How to Win Friends and Influence People by okay, I can't remember who wrote it, but it's one of the books that really tell you the things that you need to have, so that when you're talking to someone, you catch their attention, you're able to listen to them keenly. And once you have somebody's attention, you are able to tell them what you have, you listen to what they have, and sometimes you even get to know what somebody is going through. And maybe some of the products that we have could help someone. And that is the way you get to the heart of someone, because if you're able to touch someone on especially what they are going through, you know they already connect with you because you feel their pain, you feel what they are going through, and you're giving them something that can really help them. And other books like books by Robert Kiyosaki, um, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that really talks about the possibilities that you can have. Because there's a chapter that he talked about having an investment where it is not dependent on the economy, on what the world is going through. When the world or the economy is going down, if you have a business that will increase or grow when the world economy is going down, then you're in the right business. And I know this opportunity really fits that, because when Corona came in, the business really grew instead of going down. The economy, the world economy is going down, but this business has kept on growing. So when you read such books and you look at what is happening, you truly start believing that this is the right place to be. So those are some of the books and some of the things that have really propelled us. Because once your mind is set, you've changed your mind from thinking negatively, looking at life from a negative perspective, to looking at the possibilities. Because I remember some part of the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. He was saying about when our children talk to us, Daddy, Mommy, I need this. You do not tell them, I don't have the money. You should look at it from how do I achieve what this child needs from me, instead of giving that negative answer of, I don't have anything to give you. So when you read those books, your mind opens up to the world of possibilities. Because there's this quote by Henry Ford, who said that if you think you can, you are right. If you think you can't, you're still right. So you choose, are you in the can or the can't? And of course, when you look at it from this point of I can, then you will look for ways of achieving it. When you say I can't, you will look for all the excuses in the world on why it can't. So what I would urge all our guests in the call tonight, that this is the best decision that if you ever go to make, you will never regret. You will enjoy life, just like we've been told by Pascal, that it is something that I think you can only feel it or experience it once you are in, because sometimes what you experience, really you may not be able to really elaborate and explain for someone to really understand. So the words that I've used, I hope it has really gotten into you and given you some level of understanding of how this business can really boost your, how do I put it, your confidence. I mean, that level of looking at life from a very positive perspective. You're always happy, you're always joyful, and because you know your future is bright and you are getting there day by day. So I think that's all I have for tonight, and I'll hand it over to Paul. Thank you very much for your time and for giving me this opportunity.
Wow, thank you so much, Elizabeth. That was amazing. I think Charles wants to say hi before we finish. Charles, you can say hi.
Okay, I just want to say hi to everyone and all the visitors. And hi, Pascal, down there in South Africa.
Hello.
Glad to see you.
Thank you.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much, Bett and Elizabeth, for sharing with us today. Listening at your story and how you're sharing it, somebody will say you have been here for over 2 years. The confidence and the things that we have been able to share with us today, they're amazing. And that gives a lot of hope to the people who are distributors, managers, and senior managers on this call today, that if they are determined and they purpose to do it, I'm sure they can also be able to make it to where you are right now. I've been able to see you guys become directors using the fast track to director, which is an amazing way for us to build business. And now you are growing, in all dimension. And we want to thank you so much for sharing with us with a lot of confidence and giving us a very good closing remark, whereby if you think you can, you will. If you think you can't, that's it. And I think it's a wake-up call for everybody who's on this call, especially our guests who are looking at this opportunity for the first time. You just need to, take those words and build yourself around it and just make that decision, because they've been able to tell you within a period of 4 months, they've been able to achieve a lot. And there's a lot waiting for them. Someone like Pascal and Jospat and Pieros, they can attest to you that there's a lot waiting for you. So I'm so happy. I wish you all the best as you continue to build your business. Over to Pascal to be able to give us the closing remarks.
Thank you very much, Paul. Charles and Elizabeth, I must admit that when I saw the invitation yesterday, I thought you were going to say that we've been in the business for 2 years. But if you've been in the business for only 4 months, it's really exceptional. It's fantastic. I think 2 things. One, you have an excellent upline. Pierrot and Josephat are excellent leaders. But number 2, you are very good students. I really appreciate the presentation you've done. And also to become a director in such a short space of time, I can tell you without doubt that when I was in the business for 3 months, I had never heard of Kiyosaki. The only book I knew was called Think and Grow Rich. That is the only book I'd come across. So I must say that you've done extremely well. Congratulations. And Betty and I are looking forward to interacting with you in the future. Just give me one moment. So that's a fantastic, for those of you who are guests, just think about the story of Elizabeth and Charles. Being the business, joined in December, today is the 5th of April, they're already directors. What can happen in your business if you make a decision to start and take the business seriously? And I'm also happy to know that Charles is an engineer like me. So this business is very simple. And some of the things I'd like to share with you is this. You can build this business from your home without leaving. I remember that in South Africa, when the COVID-19 situation became very tough, the country was locked down on 26th of March, 2020. And we never left our house for about 4 to 5 months, except when you're going to buy bread, food for the family. And in that period, our business grew between 30 and 60%. Why? Because you can do this business online. If you want to order products, you can order online. If you want to register distributors and build a team, you can do that online. As soon as you register in the business as a distributor, the company creates for you your own back office where you can monitor and manage your business. Training is done locally and internationally. I mean, in this Zoom meeting, I've seen people from Sweden, I've seen people from Rwanda, I've seen people from Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, South Africa, people from so many different areas. And we do training locally and internationally online. Delivery of products, the company, in each country that the company is doing business, they contract local courier companies to deliver products to our customers near a center. Payment of products is done, if you want to buy products, payment is done online, either by electronic funds transfer or mobile money transfer. Payment of bonuses is also done or commissions is done by electronic funds transfer or mobile money. So you can do this business if you have access to the internet. One of the things that happens in this business is when you begin to grow your business and you demonstrate your leadership capacity, is that the company flies you to several destinations around the African continent and some time overseas. Betty and I were privileged to attend the Ruby Orientation School at the Santon Sun Hotel in October 2019. We had 4 days of glorious time where we spent, the rooms are fantastic. You go to the training, you get aloe vera plus. The next day you come, you get another aloe vera plus. And if aloe vera was to make somebody high, you'd be really high on aloe vera. So we really enjoyed our time, but we also learned something about being a leader in this business. Those are the people who attended the leadership school, Ruby Orientation School, people from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Tanzania, from Namibia, from Botswana, South Africa, people from Mozambique. So people from different regions come together and share their experience on becoming business leader. If you're a guest, go back to the person who invited you. They will give you a form to fill. Pay your registration amount. In South Africa, is between 690 and 2,700 Rand. In Kenya, it's between 7,360 or 8,970. In Nigeria, is 17,500 or 22,500 Naira. In Tanzania, is 140,500 or 170,700 shillings. In Uganda, is 203,900 or 242,500 shillings. In the US, it's $99. In Sweden, a premium kit is 1,025 Swedish krona. So if you're a guest, go back to the person who invited you. Tell them you want to do the business. And before I close, I'd like to share this. Today, I like listening to motivational talk. I was listening to Stephen Harvey, and he said something that struck me with such incredible force. You don't have what you want because you haven't asked. It's a very short statement, but the reason why sometimes we don't achieve our goals is because we don't have the goals ourselves. We don't know what we want. I promise you, only 3% of the people in the world know exactly what they want. Only 1% achieve their dreams because they know what they want and they work towards it. I'm suggesting to you, if you're a guest, if you're a distributor, know exactly what you want to achieve in your life. Number 2, take action towards its success or towards its achievement. I guarantee you it will become a reality. Ladies and gentlemen, may God expand your lives until all your dreams have become fulfilled. Paul, back to you. Thank you and good night.
Thank you so much, Pascal, for that closing of our meeting today. It was amazing. Just as Pascal has said, I believe that the guests on the call today, you have been able to get a clear understanding of what we do. So now we turn the meeting to the person who invited you. for you to be able to get in touch with the people that you invited in this meeting and make sure they start their journey with the company of Neolife. And, you know, they'll be have joined us in the mission to be able to make the world a healthier and a happier place to live. So from me, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in from wherever you're listening from. And thank you so much, Pascal, once again, and Elizabeth and Charles for sharing with us today. And just want to say thank you so much. Have a good night, and God bless you. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye, Pascal. Bye-bye, everyone. Good night.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Night.